I'm in a season in my life where I'm like, money. I want access. When I provide a service for you, I don't want a little piece of paper that doesn't mean anything. I want access to something else. Y'all remember in the second Hunger Games movie when Finnick was talking to Katniss and she was like, well, I have more money than I know what to do with. And he's like, I haven't dealt with money in years. He's like, if people want the pleasure of my presence, they tell me their secrets. Now, I currently don't give a fuck about people's secrets, but if I provide a service for you and you have a yacht, I want access to your yacht for 6 to 8 weeks out of the year with your full staff, and I want to go wherever I want to go for free. I would much rather take my work and consult for the company that holds my mortgage. I'd rather consult for them for 2 years and then just pay off my house. Don't give me money. Just get rid of my mortgage. I'd rather consult for Subaru for 6 months and have them just give me a car than giving me money. I would rather consult for a grocery brand, and every time I go in there, I have a card that I swipe that just gives me access to all the groceries that I could need to feed my family and then some. Because at one point in time, we used to barter. We used to say, hey, I have this thing that you might like, and you have the thing that I want. Want to trade? And then somehow, somewhere along the way, with colonization and missionaries and all these things, we decided, oh, hey, instead of us trading things that we want, I'll give you a useless piece of fucking paper and tell you that it's worth something.
You know what's sad about people in America is they're trying to get away from capitalism, but they never can. Obviously, she has a socialist, maybe even a communist point of view, but all those things that she's asking for cost money. So this is the reason why money will always be the most important thing in America, right? Because if you provide a service, your service that you provide may not be worth what you want, right? You said if I provide a service to you, I should get 8 full weeks on a yacht for free. What if your service ain't worth that much? Oh, I should consult for groceries and then I get free groceries. What if your service doesn't warrant that, right? See, what it is that people are trying to get away from money. They're trying to take away the value of money, but you need money. No matter how you do it, you need money, right? If you are trying to work on a barter system, somebody still has to pay for something. See, what it is that people want to give a service, right? But they want somebody to pay for everything that they need. See how she said food, housing, vacations? Just because she gives a funky service that doesn't really cost her anything because she's the one giving the service. See what I'm saying? But she wants free this, free that, free this. But what if your service is not worth all of that? What if it's only worth of $20 of free food, or a half a day on the yacht, or 2 days off of your percentage on your mortgage, right? See, people think so highly of themselves and think that what they're giving to everybody else is amazing, but it's not. So what it is that people want to be rewarded for subpar work. You want to be rewarded for a subpar service. What if your service is ass? What if it's terrible? What if it's just not that good? Do you still think that you should get all of these things to take care of your life? If you want access in America, you got to have money. The socialists, the communists are trying to get away from that and saying you don't need money. We should borrow. No, you still need money. Because if you're giving a service and they're giving you something back of a product or something free, that means they're losing money. So you have to be giving them something that they can make money. So something has to happen. And there has to be an exchange of a plus money and a minus of money. So you got to stop listening to these idiots that go online and try to tell you that money ain't everything in America, because it is. If you want access to anything in America, you need money. You want that yacht? You need money. You want your mortgage paid off? You need to get money. You want groceries? You got to get money. Stop listening to these people, because what it is, it just shows that they're lazy. It just shows that they think they're the best, but really they not. They want to get rewarded for subpar stuff, but it's subpar. It's terrible. It does not benefit anybody. All it does is take away from somebody.
And out of nowhere, we all kind of agreed that this piece of paper was somehow more valuable than the things that we were trading, that were tangible, that were physical things. I am someone who gives absolutely life-changing advice every single time I open my mouth. The amount of advice that I have given my daughter's dance studio owner is absolutely insane. I shouldn't have to pay for my kids to go there. It should be like, wow, you've helped us grow our studio so much. Your kids can just go here. The amount of organizing I've done and rallying I've done to make sure that the teachers have what they need, to make sure that some of the students have what they need, the amount of money that I've fundraised and haven't gotten anything in return is fucking insane. And I don't even want money for it. I just want you to be like, you know what? You don't have to pay for the girls to dance here for 3 months. Wow, that would be amazing.
So you basically just bad at business. That's all it is. You did all this work for free. That's your fault. You made that dumb decision. You did things for somebody and you didn't ask about payment, so you're bad at business. So now you want people to give you stuff just because you did all that work. You won't get paid for anything unless you got a contract. And that's what it is. See what I'm saying? You thinking that you did all this work, but maybe everything that you think you did was good, but for them it wasn't that great, right? The benefit is in the eye of the person receiving the benefit, right? You thinking that you went above and beyond, but maybe you didn't even scratch the surface of going just above. So that's what it is. See, that's what I'm saying. People think they're working so hard and they're doing amazing things, but they don't get rewarded for it because it's not that amazing. It's not that good. You think that, oh, I'm working hard and I'm doing XYZ. I think that I'm worth this. But if you think that your information is worth this and you helping, why didn't you say, I need to get paid as a consultant? I don't want nothing for free. Just pay me my bread.
Bought onto the manifestation money train for a really, really long time. But my family and I have found ourselves in a moment where we are actually struggling. And it made me think. I used to tell people, oh, you have to treat money like it's your boyfriend or your spouse. If you told your boyfriend all the time that he never showed up for you and he never did anything for you, do you think that he would continue to do those things, or do you think that he would just leave? And you're supposed to treat your money like that, because money is a form of abundance and money doesn't care where it goes. It's all about energy. And while I do believe that everything is energy, money is also a made up concept. And living in a capitalist hellscape means that money goes wherever the billionaires are. And I have plenty of other videos on why billionaires themselves aren't even real and why their money isn't even real. But it's like, literally, money is a piece of paper that we've given so much value to. I don't want it anymore. I want someone to be like, you know what? Your work is incredible. I'm going to pay off your house. You know what? I'm going to give you access to my yacht whenever I want. You know what? You can get on a plane and go wherever you want, anytime you want, because you helped this airline grow so much. My advice is more valuable than money. And no matter how much money I've ever had, it actually hasn't ever felt like enough.
What this sounds like is jealousy. Is you're upset because if your advice was so good, you would have money. And you don't have money. And you're struggling. And you poor. So are you really giving good advice? Or is it really good enough? How if you're not getting money? The money that you get is telling you how successful your plan is, how successful your product is, how great your information is. Money is what's going to tell you if it's good or not. What she sounds like she's very jealous. She thinks she's doing amazing. She thinks that she's the best. She thinks that her advice is amazing. But in actuality, it's not, because she's broke. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It's always keep thinking right. Keep going. Tap into the No Filter Morning Show. Link in the show description below. I appreciate you guys, and I'm out. I'm not African American, bro. I'm American. Temporary status shouldn't be 40 years. This is why we can't help single moms. We gotta make snitching great again. If I see a man, he don't take care of his kids, he's a bum. Unsubscribe. I'm still gonna keep going up. My issue is that you are really hard on single mothers. It will always be the woman's fault. Start snitching, y'all. I haven't seen a smart black Democrat. Let's keep it funky. Why was the woman created? It's called the No Filter Morning Show. It's straight like that.